And kicking things off at UFC Canada, the early prelim opener, we've got Jamie Siraj taking on Johnn Yannis. Obviously, Siraj making his UFC debut here, and he's known to train over at TriStar MMA, a decent gym, obviously known for our Sahabi. The likes of Rob Font's moved over there, Calvin Cater, and a decent number of UFC fighters are getting it done over there at TriStar, so a good gym to be training out of. And I do think that Jamie has the right game plan and the right skill set here to come in and get the victory over Yannis. Yannis are obviously we remember him from his previous fight against Austin Bashi, getting submitted in the first round. And I think that's really what this fight's going to come down to. It's going to be the grappling here. Jamie, he does like to get it done on the ground. He has nice entries on his takedowns. He does a really good job of ducking under the shots of his opponent to get in for good level changes, gets fights to the ground, takes the back, and ultimately finds the submission for the rear naked choke. And I think realistically, if you go and look at Yannis, a guy whose ground game is absolutely zero, and I think this fight's really just going to come down to, can Yannis defend the takedowns? If you go look at one of Jamie's losses, he did get spinning back kicked, knocked out on the regional scene. And that opponent had very nice flashy kicks, very quick kicks. And Yannis does have some decent kicks, and I think that's going to be his main weapon on the feet. I think if Jamie can avoid those and keep this one, kind of on the ground, pin Yannis down, I think he should be able to beat him up on the ground for a club and sub, or just be able to transition, take the back, and ultimately find a submission. When you talk about ground games, Johnn Yannis has absolutely no ground game whatsoever. Providing he can get this one to the ground early and often, he should be able to find the submission. I don't expect Yannis to have such great improvements since his UFC debut in his submission loss, so I don't see a drastic improvement in the grappling department to be able to fend off takedowns here against Jamie. So give me Jamie Siraj to get this one done here in the opening bout of UFC Canada, and let's see who Carlos has got in this fight.
In this one, I'm going to take Giannis because I feel he's the harder striker of the two. I feel that he rips to the body, he'll rip the lead leg occasionally. He's got decent wrestling, so I just think that he likes to overwhelm his opposition with pressure at times, where with this being Siraj's, debut fight, he may feel the octagon jitters a little bit. You just never know. And Giannis has been there, and even though he was subbed pretty early by Bashi, I think that that's gotten him used to at least being in the octagon and the people and the lights. And I feel that the pressure won't be on him as much. But Giannis is going to have to avoid the submission ability of Siraj, which means he's going to have to avoid the ground game. And I feel that he can be able to keep this fight on the feet. I feel that Siraj, he's got average MMA wrestling. It's like he started out taking MMA instead of wrestling, and those are the takedowns that he used, and he can't mix in too many others. And I feel that Giannis is going to see those takedowns coming, and he's going to realize how to defend them. He's going to be okay. He's going to be confident, and he's going to stand up, and he's going to grow a little bit more confidence. Every time there's a takedown, then he stuffs it. He's going to be a little bit more dangerous. And I believe Giannis has average takedown defense, and I feel that he's going to be able to use that to keep this fight standing, and he's going to be able to punish Siraj on the feet. So I'm going to take Giannis to get this one done.